Hey guys, Jay Walker here. I got a real special amp pack for you today. This right here, the Goodsell Custom 33 Mark II. It's from 2006. If you're not familiar with Goodsell, let me help you out. Richard Goodsell has been custom making amps for a very long time. He has a really popular model called the Super 17. Artists like Vince Gill and many others have been using those for forever. This is essentially a double power version of that amp. It's 33 watt EL84 times 4. Basically Vox type of circuit at its bones. I would say personally, I would put this tone-wise almost somewhere more like between a matchless Clubman and Chieftain. It's got that basic Vox type circuit, but it's got a little more of that almost Marshall-y kind of edge to it. I would say similar to like how that matchless Chieftain does. This particular one here is the Mark II version without the trim or the reverb. I don't know how many of these he made. This is serial number 181. I believe that's total amps too, not just this actual model. This amp itself I got from none other than Gilby Clarke. And if you don't know who that is, you might be familiar with a band he played in called Guns N' Roses. Richard Goodsell says that this is the prettiest sounding amp he makes hands down. And while I have not personally played every one of the models of amps that he's made, I would say he's probably onto something. It was good enough for Gilby Clarke. Is good enough for the rest of us. Also, if you're familiar at all with the Hillsong United album, All of the Above, this is also that amp. One of the two amps that was used on that album. I have that personally from Michael Guy Chislett, who was the guitar player on that album. In this capture pack, what I have for you is 4 different versions of the amp. One is direct, so with no cab, so you can use your favorite IRs or cab simulators that you want. I also have this amp captured through this cab, which is a Retro King 212 that I have an Alnico Gold and the Alessandro SC64 in there. I also have it captured through my custom 412 cabinet here that has creamback H's and vintage 30s in it. For each of these speaker cabinet captures, I have also for you humbucker and single coil versions in gain stages anywhere from 4 to 6 different levels. So for example, when you go through the capture pack, you'll see the name designations. If it says 212, it's the 212 cab. If it doesn't say anything, it's the 412 cab. If it says direct, it's the direct capture. SC stands for single coil, HB stands for humbucker. Basically, I have given you different versions of that are loosely voiced a little more generically for one of those types of models. So that way you can get a little closer to the sound you're looking for right from the get-go without having to tweak them too much. Also, if you see the number 1 at the end, that's my cleanest setting, and then it just goes up from there. Some of them go as high as 6. So you can go through them and find that gain level that you're looking for as a starting point. If you're interested in a little bit more of the nerdy tech engineering stuff, for most of these I used my personal favorite mic combo, which is an SM7B and also paired with an SE VR1 ribbon mic. Ran through my 1073 and then blended to my taste. All right, so anyway, that about sums it up. Here's what you came for. Listen to some playing samples of this bad boy.